here are our final examples. So again, if you see that it's a constant attached to x, then you're going to add or subtract. If it's a coefficient attached to x, then you're going to either multiply or divide. Okay, so identify what's attached to your x first. Here we have a constant attached to x. Example 5, we have a coefficient attached to x. And then in example 6, we have another coefficient. All right, we know that when we're dividing or multiplying by x by something, then it's a coefficient, right? Literally, it's right there. Okay, so looking at example 4, we have a constant, so we're either going to be adding or subtracting to move it away. Well, how is 8 attached to x? Well, if I turn this around, right, and maybe I just do keep change. So I have 8 plus negative x, right, equals 15. Well, now I can clearly see that 8 is being added to negative x, right? Well, the opposite of adding is subtracting. So I'm going to subtract 8 from both sides. Drop down my negative x, and then 15 minus 8 is equal to 7. But I want x by itself. I don't want negative x. The way to get just x is I just give you the opposite. So instead of negative x equaling to 7, then x is going to be equal to negative 7. Just easy like that. All right, moving on to example 5. X over 4 equals 12. So if x over 4 equals 12, if I have a fraction, fractions are always division. Since that's the case, remember you always want to move whatever you're talking about away from your x by using the inverse operation. The inverse of division is multiplication. So I'm really going to be multiplying both sides by 4. Okay, so dividing by 4 and multiplying by 4 are inverse operations, so they'll cancel each other out. So x is just going to be equal to 12 times 4, which is 48. And finally, example 6, we have 3/5 x equals 18. Well, how is 3/5 attached to x? We don't see any operation symbol. We don't see addition. We don't see a subtraction. We don't see a division symbol. And if we don't see one of these symbols, that means it's invisible multiplication. And the opposite of multiplication is division. So we're going to be dividing both sides by 3/5. This is fraction division. Well, dividing a number that's already being multiplied, that number is going to cancel itself out. And then x is going to be equal to 18 divided by 3/5. Well, all I'm going to do is I am going to use SIRS to solve this. SIRS, save the first fraction. Well, 18 is a whole number. To change 18 into a fraction, all I need to do is put it over 1. And then I stands for inverse. Give me the inverse of division, which is multiplication. 3/5. R stands for the reciprocal. Give me the reciprocal of 3/5, which is 5/3. And then S stands for solve. So just solve. All right. So 18 times 5 is 90. And 90 over 1 times 3, which is 3. Our answer is going to be 30. X is equal to 30 here. And that is all for our examples.